Okay, so Jim Jones, the last time we saw you, remember, Wallah, was right before Versus. And we haven't heard from you since. You haven't kept us updated on what's going on, but you have a lot going on. How you been?
I've been pretty good, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been good. I've been in a good space. I've been happy.
Yeah. I'm glad that you're good because shortly after that, you got COVID.
Yep.
And I was really worried about you, and you're good now.
Yes.
Okay, health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Absolutely. Makes you appreciate life.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes, it does. And that was a scary. It was a scary thing. It wasn't a good feeling. But I'm glad I got through it. I'm glad I got over it. I'm better now.
Getting through it. Health is wealth. It makes you really, again, appreciate life.
Mm-hmm.
So all the things that we're about to talk about, I have a question. Did you know that you were working on all these things the time we last saw you? Like you were going to put this project out with DJ Drama, that you're an actor now? Did you know all this and keep it from us?
Nah, I didn't know a lot of it. I'm just a work in progress. Every day I'm just trying to be as productive as possible. I'm always have creative things going on in my mind. I always want to do something dope, and I just started taking on more challenges as the day went by, and then I end up kind of like working this past 8 months. I've been working on 6 albums simultaneously. Wow. Like literally simultaneously, like going from different studio to different studio every night, doing like 3 different studio sessions, and like so we got the Gangsta Grill album with Drama. This is actually the last album I did. I actually did that album in 5 days. I was going to drop it on Halloween, but it ended up being so cooking that they was like, nah, you just can't drop this on Halloween. So I had to pull back, then end up with the Migos record. It ended up taking a whole life of itself. So we got the Gangsta Grill. Then I had a full Scram Jones, produced by Scram Jones album that I did. I'm going to Miami to finish this Young Berg album that I have this week. I have a Lobby Boy album with Mano. I did a Berg Gang deal over there at E1. I don't even know what their new name is. So we have that album slated. And then I have a Spanish album that I also have completed. Shouts to Flock Studio. So I've been working.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I feel like Jim was hiding a lot from us the last time we saw him. He's like, yeah, just a little light work here and there, but you've been putting out albums. I'm excited. I was actually watching the video for We Set the Trends.
We Set the Trends.
I love that you brought Migos to Harlem. The energy was so beautiful. Was that their first time really exploring Harlem like that?
Pretty much. Like, everybody come through Harlem, little restaurants and stuff, but to actually be in the turf, to actually be in my neighborhood, to be where all my friends are from, I bring them to my block, like you did. So I gave my block a little bit extra than what they usually see. So it felt good to me to be able to bring Migos outside, to let all the young kids from my neighborhood look at some inspiration, look at, you know what I mean? So it was
How was the reaction?
Oh, it was nothing but love. Like, the kids go crazy. It went wild out there. You don't get to see. I mean, I bring a lot of artists to Harlem, but let's keep it real. Migos is like superstars,
Rockstars,
like
for real.
Stars, like rock stars. So you spin the corner, and then you see Takeoff in front of the Spanish restaurant. You're like, get the out of here. You got Takeoff out here. Like, I'm done. Like, and for me too, as I'm sitting back and just watching them film and shit like that, and just taking up, it was just like, wow. Capo, you tripping. You got Takeoff on the block. That's kind of dope. So, shouts to Migos. Shouts to Takeoff. Shouts to Takeoff, man. I was telling him, like, we've been in this game for a very long time, and there are a lot of artists that give my flowers. Yo, Capo, coming up, this Dipset and all that, but there are a few artists to pay it forward. You dig? And what I mean by that is what Takeoff and Quavo and Offset did. And it's not the first song I did with them, but to understand their mindset, to see where we came from, where we going, and what, like, it's just dope. And I always felt like they got a lot of Dipset aura. Like, they make me feel like us when I look at them when we started and shit like that. The way they talk, the way they move, how they stick together. They got their own style. Like, it's dope. So just to see them paying it forward and just jumping on the record and giving me a freshly squeezed Migo record,
that's nice.
Nessa, I have a question. Yeah. Jim is an OG now. He's been doing this for a while.
Yes. And hasn't slowed down, by the way, clearly.
So what motivates you to get out here and work on 6 albums at the same time after you didn't accomplish so much already?
I get paid for every album. I get paid before and after, so it's always a great thing to be able to do that type of work and be able to be working, because when you ain't working, that's when you need to be worried. You know what I mean? And I got a family. I don't want my family to be worried about nothing. My son about to graduate. He about to go to college. He gonna need some extra things. College tuition is very expensive. I'm a hustler. You dig? I mean, and while I got it, I want to make sure that I get every bit of it out of it that I can. You know what I mean?
Are you excited for him to go to college?
Very excited. I'm excited for him to start his life, like to see him become who he's supposed to become, as far as becoming a man and growing into himself. I watched him for the 18 years of his life, and he's a smart kid, very dope.
I guess a piece of advice you hope he holds on to as he goes into college.
Responsibility. It's always been the number one thing that I've preached to him since he's been a kid. You got to be responsible for your actions above all. You could be anything in this world, anything in this life. You could be bad, you could be good, but you got to be responsible. You heard?
Yeah, this is exciting, though.
Yeah.
Lots of things happening at the same time.
Yes, there's a lot of things happening at the same time. This year is a very bizarre year for me.
A blessed year. I feel like so much has gone on the up and up for you since the last time we saw you. And again, I still feel like you've been working on all these things and just never shared any of it with us, but that's okay. I thought we were closer than that. That's fine.
I've been actually working on me, and God's been doing that. So the more I work on me, the more I've been blessed, and the more I've been blessed, the more things been coming out my way that I can handle. You know?
You posted something on your IG about how life is a roller coaster.
It is.
And to enjoy it.
You got to. I mean, some people get caught up in just doing the same thing every day like robots. They're not living. They're existing.
Yeah.
You heard? I'm trying to live.
That's right. What matters most to you now that maybe you didn't realize, when you first were starting off and being younger, and now you're like, this matters to me the most?
Family. When you're young, you get jaded real quick, and family usually is the last people that you take care of. And when nobody is there, family's the first people that come to help you out.
That's right.
I mean, and all family ain't good. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
I'd rather, it's hard to do business with your friends. You know how it goes. This is business, not personal. But for the most part, when it comes to the moral compass and you down on your luck, and there's nobody going to be there for you but your family and the people that's close to you. And
yeah.
Those are usually the people that get to see you the last when you popping. You know what I mean? You don't really think about it like that. And it's time that I've kind of had a hiatus, be able to come back and start over again from the bottom. I got to see who really loves me for who I am, and I got to see who's really there to support me for what I got to do, and I got to see which people I should have around me moving forward, because I ain't have nothing. And when you don't have nothing, everybody that wants something from you disappear, and the people that want to see you do good still there. That makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. And when you hear things like this, it's like you don't believe it. But then when you experience it, right? Because we've always heard about that. It's like people disappear when the money goes.
100%. I learned my biggest lessons from diplomats.
Your new project with DJ Drama, We Set the Trends. What can we expect on this?
Oh, you're going to love it. This is something different than anybody's ever. I chose to let all the artists, and it's nothing, I'm the oldest artist on that project. I used all the young energy. I mean, well, me and Mano are the oldest. Shout out to Mano. But everybody else is, I got like Ross Swiss, Connie Diamonds, Presser, Vessel, I got Peasy, shout out to Shooter, I got Trigger, I got Pap Chanel from Atlanta. I got Doughboy from Atlanta. I mean, no, Doughboy's actually from Ohio, but he be in Atlanta. That's FBG and all that. Ball Greasy, Miami, Sala, LA. It's but all young energy. What I chose to do is let everybody lead off. That's why you hear Takeoff set
first.
the record off and did the hook. Because that's the whole energy I bring to this table. So we got drill, Fabio on there. Every type of music New York's loving right now, I got it on, and it's all led by the youngsters. I just jumped on and did what I had to do, but most of the project is like that, so people are going to go crazy for it, especially the younger generation, because I did so much music with so many youngsters, and it was dope. I had to change up my cadence a lot. I had to follow a lot of different flows, but I got it done, and I ate. I chewed. You heard? Trust me, I chewed on that.
What's your favorite song on the project? I know it's hard because you love the whole body of work, but if there was one song that you were
I'm not gonna lie. I can't say I per se have a favorite record, but the record that intrigues me the most would be the intro, because that embodies Jim Jones' progression. Like that's probably one of the few records that are authentic Jim Jones record. But when you listen to that shit, you're gonna be like, boy, it's digging. But for the first part, the first 12 records, the way I sequenced it, the whole project is dope, but the way I sequenced the first 12 records, probably giving a heart attack when he's driving. Like, it's like that. Like, I'm very excited about the energy that's on this project. You dig? I'm excited for all my albums, but the energy that I got to tap into with the younger generation was fun as hell. Just be in the studios with them, and it was just different for me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate the experience. And shout out to Drama, called Drama. Like, I think we should do a Gangsta Grill. He like, run it. I mean, that's not, everything happened so organically and came together. It was just like, I think God likes me a little bit.
You know what, to your point, Wallah, earlier, I love that you're showing love to the newer generation, because sometimes it could feel like there's tension from the OGs, and then when you look at, new folks coming in and, they're trying to make it happen. But I love that you, are embracing it.
Is old, you heard? They don't know no difference. They got too much pride. Like, you're supposed to tap into the new generation. Music is a young thing. You heard? So who am I to be caught up in who I am? And I'm not trying to go out like any of the older dudes that didn't understand that. You think I'm trying to build a bridge from where I'm at to where they at, so we all can still eat and we all can understand each other and things like that. I got a son, so I kind of understand how the younger generation is moving, and he helps me out a lot when it comes to that. You know what I mean? And we was always the ones that put people on, like even from the Jewels to the Max B's to so many artists that helped put on once I got on, and that's the hustler's way. It's tradition. You always put the next man on.
I think that's important. You're not insecure about it. You show love. You embrace it. I don't feel like that happens a lot. So it's nice, right? It doesn't.
And we need the older artists in this game need to embrace the younger artists way more than they do. You dig? And that's what causes a lot of confusion between the older and younger. And that's when you hear the younger like, fuck them old niggas anyway. You dig? And I was one of them young niggas that was definitely saying,
you used to do that.
Fuck you old niggas. That's because you old niggas wasn't letting us in. You old niggas was kept blocking the door. You old niggas wasn't giving us no resources. You old niggas wasn't sharing the bag. I'm trying to share the bag. We share the bag, we get a bigger bag. That's how the shit works.
And there's enough for everybody.
There's way more than enough money out there for everyone.
That's right.
Way more than enough. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. You heard?
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see you acting. Let's talk about this Christmas movie that Nick Cannon put together. He casted you in it.
Yeah, Nick is crazy. Shout out to Nick. Definitely one of the dope experiences in my life. Got to go to Atlanta for a week, sit up there with some of the comedic greats. Shout out to Lunel. That's how you say her name?
Yeah, Lunel.
She was. I think she just had me laughing the whole time we was in there. She is so dope. But there was so many different comedians there. Got to see Nick Cannon in work. As not even being Nick Cannon, but being a director, being a producer, just watching him navigate through the whole movie set was fucking dope. And how he had everything in order. Crazy. Giving me a chance to become an actor was even bigger, especially in that capacity as far as doing a movie that's really going to come out on television. It was dope, and it was a little bit about who I am. My name is actually the Big Vamp. The Vamps is the subject inside of the movie, so it was dope. It kind of put a little comedy on who I am in life and where I was, and it's dope, man. Shout out to Nick Cannon, man. My condolences go out to him. My prayers go out to him. My heart goes out to you.
Absolutely.
Heard?
Mm-hmm.
Love you, bro. I'll see you soon.
I love that you shared how he was on set. He's wearing multiple hats, and you get to really see him in his element and his brilliance.
No, he's dope. He understands. One thing I can do when it comes to production and this camera, he understands that he's different with it. He's a beast with that. And that was something for me, it was a great moment just to see someone with the same color, same demographic, you know what I mean? Like, just to know that he really has a hand on some shit that they don't give us. You know what I mean? And he don't lie down for nothing. He stands tall for a lot of things that he believes in. And I know a lot of rappers that can't do half the shit that he do because he believes in who he is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's different. Shout out to Nick Cannon once again.
Did he ask you to audition for it? How did this come about?
He said, yo, I got this movie, you the Big Vamp. What's up?
That's it. Like, how y'all link up?
How did this?
It was actually Danny, It's funny because me and Danny are very close. I know Danny for a lot of years. She helped me out in my business for a long time, and then we kind of had a not separation, but when you get into stuff, you kind of. So a few years went by and speak to Danny. She called me like this, Danny. I didn't even understand who. I mean, she like, I want to do this movie with Nick Cannon. I'm like, all right, whatever. But I'm not knowing this is somebody that really was in my life. Hang up, let my man handle it. Then I get to the set. And Danny pulls down the mask. I almost faint. Like, oh my God. It's like deja vu all over again. And he was like, what you thought this was? I hadn't do no audition or nothing. They ripped me in the street. It was dope. It felt good. It felt good to know that people sometimes they think about you, especially in this game. It's a cold game.
Oh, yeah.
If you ain't worth nothing, they gonna treat you like it. Or if they think you ain't worth nothing, they gonna treat you like it. If you ain't popping, they gonna treat you like it. You know what I mean?
Did you get any acting tips from Nick? Was he like, okay, so Jim, I need you to open up towards the camera. I need you to do this. Like, did you get any direction?
I didn't get any acting tips from him. Couple when I'm on the camera, how he wanted me to project and things like that. But I've been acting for a minute. I've done a few things, television shows, independent movies. The best advice I got was when I did the TV show Crash, and I forgot the actor's name. One of the biggest actors. I know he passed away. He was just telling me, when you acting, the best way to act is by reacting. Your reaction. That's acting, and I just learned that. He just was doing, like, he had to do a scene where he was drunk. I watched him spin for like a minute straight, and he was dizzy. They said action. He went on the scene while he was still dizzy and was doing the drunk scene like he was drunk. Like it was. I mean, pardon me. You know, so it was method acting. Acting is what I think what they called it. So I had to learn a couple tricks before I actually got.
You want to do more movies? Is this like the you know?
I used to say movies and acting was like natural progression for rappers if you wanted to continue in entertainment. So I still think it's kind of like that. I would love to get into a little bit more acting. If that's where I'm supposed to go. I got this thing where I'm just following where I think God has taken me, and I ain't really pressing too much anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's the bigger bag, acting or music?
Acting naturally is the bigger bag. You got people in Hollywood that probably still don't even know who Drake is because they so filthy rich. And not to say it like that, I'm just saying
he was sitting next to the rich couple at a game, I think, recently.
Yeah, recently. They had no idea who he was.
Humbling. You dig? I've been through that so many times, but in Hollywood, it's like that.
When you first got the call from Nick to do the Christmas movie, were you first like, it's a Christmas movie? Yeah, it could be a little...
Movie is a movie.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon was a no-brainer. It wasn't really too much to... You dig? That's an opportunity in itself. The opportunity to get next to a person like Nick Cannon and have a conversation is worth the opportunity.
And to watch and just to learn and to soak all that game.
He's that big. People be trying to downplay Nick like he's really that big. Like he's that big. Like I don't know. He's really that like from a baby. Multiple TV shows, movies, everything. He's really that. Like
he's
seriously.
put on a lot of people too, and a lot of people, and you know. We may not know about it, but he's, you know, whether it's on the production team or stars that we
look
see.
What he's doing with Wildin' Out.
Absolutely.
Look what he's done with that. He's put on a slew of comedians and artists just from that platform and helped so many people out just from that platform.
Yeah. And it's a Christmas movie. Can you tell us a little bit about it and, you know, your role in it?
My role is I'm the big vamp.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Nick got to handle a few things. You think?
Okay.
He been jacking my style a little bit, but it's good though. It's good. It's funny. It's funny as hell. It's funny as hell.
And we need the smiles and the laughs right now.
You're definitely gonna smile from when it open up. Little Kim is in it. Tiana Taylor's in it.
I love it.
I can't remember so many off the top, but it's just so many comedians in that. So,
what do you do for the holidays? How do you celebrate the holidays?
my holidays, if I'm not running trying to get a bag, I'm just in the house. This year I was a little Scroogey with the tree. Chrissy was mad at me, but we got the tree up. I'm usually a very festive person. Christmas is probably like one of my best holidays. I don't know what happened this year. I think it's just the city. Like I was telling somebody the other day, or even today, like it don't even reflect Christmas outside in the city no more. I remember back in the days, every light, every corner in the city, there was Christmas decoration from one side of the street to the other side.
Right.
It's like you was riding under a tunnel of Christmas decorations all over the city on every avenue, 3rd Avenue, Lenox Avenue, Lexington Avenue. There's not even no Christmas decorations in the store windows anymore. Like Think about that. Like they like trying to erase the Christmas holiday. It feels like.
It's the pandemic.
And
I blame it.
It's before the pandemic.
You think so?
100%. Christmas ain't been Christmas for about the last 15 years.
Ooh.
You know, it's crazy.
Do you have any holiday pet peeves?
Holiday pet
Like,
peeves?
holiday traffic, maybe relatives that, you love, but it gets a
The
lot.
mall run. I hate it.
Yeah, the mall is exhausting.
Too exhausting. From Black Friday on, the mall is terrible.
What does someone get you for a gift? Because, listen, you do like the finer things in life.
Yeah.
But if someone's on a budget, what can they get Jim Jones as a gift?
Pack of Calvin Klein T-shirts with the stretch in it, crew neck, size large. You heard?
I like it.
Cotton stretch. It gotta
Very
be cotton stretch. That's like a
specific.
Versace. That's like a Versace shirt to me. You give me a pack of those, I'll be happy like I got a Givenchy sweatshirt. For real.
Do you think gift cards are a bad holiday gift?
I mean, gift cards are perfect. I done brought
Thank you.
baby girl so many gifts that she said, "I'm taking this back. I thank you, but I'm taking it back." Like, then you feel like mud. Like, I picked that out because I thought that you would like it. You did. So yeah, gift cards are definitely a thing.
I love gift cards. People think it's like the cheaper route to go or it's the less thoughtful route. And I'm like, why?
Nah, if you got kids, they rather a gift card.
Yeah, just give them what
Unless
they
it's something
want.
specific they told you to go get. Other than that, just hey, go get busy.
Yeah. How's the drip report going on Revolt? Congratulations. It
Yes.
moved on up. The weather report from your own socials, and now it's on Revolt. How's that going for you?
Pretty good. I think we just finished the 5th season.
Oh, my bad. The 5th season.
Yes,
So
I guess
casual.
season is like every 8 episodes. We run it
Right.
through the whole year until the end of spring, and then we kind of take off for the summer. Pretty dope. Shout out to Tavio. Shouts to Diddy giving me the opportunity. Weekend weather, where I break down the weather and in the way that we all can understand it. I try to have fun with it, make people smile. Started, like you said, from off of IG, end up turning into something that I get paid for, which is great. Anytime you can make fun of yourself or make fun of something and it turns into a bag, then that's an easy bag to get.
I saw Kanye referencing, a moment in time that the both of you were talking, and he was reflecting on that moment about, getting money, and he talked about on Drink Champs, and he used that clip. I saw you use that clip, and it's on your IG, but do you remember that specific time that he was referencing to?
I remember a few times of us actually being together, like, Kanye from Chicago and Don C, Happy, they were there from the beginning when me and Cam, like, they actually booked me and Cam in 1997 for like one of our very first shows. Don C and Happy, they kind of, and just from there we always forged a relationship, and it was just going forward. And Kanye actually came on afterwards. Like, we didn't meet Kanye actually till he got signed to Rockefeller and stuff like that when he was making beats. But to find out the circle with Don C and all them and just moving forward. Kanye actually did a freestyle for me on the Scissor mixtape that I had. Like, I remember going to pick the CD up from at the building that he lived in Jersey. They had another spot out here in the city. I would go to their house, and they would have every closet filled up with sneaker boxes stacked to this all Nike shit. Like, what size you wear, Jim? Oh, nah, take what you want. Just don't take the Jordans. Don't take the Jordans. Don't take no Jordans. But you can take whatever else you want out. Man, take all of it. Like, they was on it for so long. So I was starting from pretty much similar beginnings with nothing, and then watching Kanye navigate through the whole game from when he broke his jaw and things like that was pretty dope. And it's watching him put so much into fashion. Like, there's a big difference between splashing and fashion is what I want people to know. Like, I'm on the splashing side. Like, that's what I do. I drip. Kanye is on the fashion side. I want people to understand that there's a big difference. I might not wear 90% of the shit that Kanye wears because it's fashion. I don't understand it. He might not get into 90% of the things but we both complement each other for what we set, the trends that we did set moving forward, and what we did for fashion moving forward was like an equal thing. But he done took it to a whole nother level because he figured out how to monetize and make billions of dollars off the shit, which we all should be able to do because we all have that power and we in that creative space. That's why I look at him as an evil genius, and a lot of times I make fun of Kanye, but I'm just a little bit pissed off at myself that I'm not as dope as he is.
But you know what? To that point, Wallah earlier was like, people don't give Jim the credit he deserves for the trends that he set. This is what keep the same energy.
I'm gonna keep the same energy.
So I was like, okay, well let's talk about this. And some of the ones that you brought up.
And I don't want Jim to be humble neither. You don't have to be humble.
Yeah,
You
please
know
don't
what
be
I say
humble.
about that? I don't really care about credit. I need debit. You know what debit is? Cash. You're
Right. Yeah,
credit don't do nothing for me. The debit do. Give me the cash.
the cash. The cash
I
is
don't want
important.
no flowers. You can keep the flowers. Give me the bag. You heard?
But I do think it is important because sometimes, people should know so that people, when there is a bag available, it goes to the right person.
That's
Right?
Okay.
So let's talk about some of these trends that you said that you feel really Jim Jones was on before everybody else. You said fitted jeans, right? Do you feel that's true?
Yeah, I mean, and they weren't even fitted. They were true religions and they were hella baggy, but they were slimmer than the jeans that we were used to. They were slimmer than all the Rockaware jeans, slimmer than all the fat. It was slimmer than all the Fat Farm jeans, all of the things that we were used to. This was stepping into high fashion. The jeans was $300. People wasn't used to buying jeans that was $300, $400. Like, it just was a whole statement, and it was different.
Okay. How about dark shades?
With dark shades, I took that from a long list of rappers, man. Biggie used to wear dark shades. But when I started, there was part of my uniform. You know what I mean? And then when the balling came out and said I wear a mean dark pair of shades, that kind of solidified it. Like, I gotta keep a dark pair of shades everywhere I go, and it kind of goes with the mystique that I kind of built inside of the industry and things like that. It's like a cape. That's why I was like, right before we did the interview, I'm like, let me put my glasses on. So that, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Designer scarves.
We definitely did that. We got that from the movie Sugar Hill when Romello and his brother was on the roof. His brother had on a big-ass scarf, and that shit looked so fly. We like, we got to go to Louis store, go get some scarves. And then we went to Louis store, me, Jewel, part of me, Jewels and Snags, went to the Louis store, and then they ended up gassing me. I had to buy everybody scarves that day. They tricked me.
You had to buy it?
I ended up buying everybody a scarf that day, like $600. But it was good. It worked. It put a whole new...
Did I forget any other ones? I'm sure I did. There's a bunch. Rhinestone belts.
BB Simon belts, yeah, we started that. It was a store called Genesis on Lexington that we used to frequent. That used to sell all the Pele's, all the Jeff Hamiltons, all the fly jackets that Cam used to wear. And then they started having these dope-ass belts with glitter on them. Like, what the fuck? Let me see one of them.
So, all right, so now we can explain what we were going back and forth with, because she was saying bedazzle.
I said don't say bedazzle.
I don't think bedazzle is the right word to use.
It's what it is, Bedazzle, rhinestone, stones, glitter, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like, they had it, and we was like, it was like $400. Like, damn. Expensive, like Louis belts. And then they was like, well, we could get them custom made, and then we started getting our names and all type on them, and this kids start wearing them as chains around their neck, and 2-3 of them. This went crazy. BB Simon, wild, like, yo, you know what I mean? And Supreme, like, but all of these things that we mentioned, I wasn't quick enough to make money from these things. I wasn't thinking that forward. I was so caught up in what I was doing, and so caught up in the money I was making, and so caught up in the fame and the stardom, and getting jaded by everything that comes with the game. I wasn't seeing all the bags that I was missing out on just by me being me. You know what I mean? And by the time I realized it, I reached back to True Religion, and maybe I wasn't where I was when Ballin' started. I was wearing them, so it was like, nah, we ain't got no money for you. Well, we send you a bunch of jeans for free. I never wore True Religions again after that. If you see this, don't wear True Religions no more. That wasn't because it stopped getting hot. It was because I really said, fuck you, I don't wear True Religions no more. And the way the kids was following what I was doing, they started to notice, like, boy not wearing them trues no more. I ain't see boy them trues in a minute. You heard? And kids don't wear trues no more. I don't think that's the fly thing to do. I see Supreme which is dope, but True Religion and Supreme is two in the same when it come to me. I put both of them on. Deliberately, wholeheartedly. That was me. Can't tell me no different.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would say any different. That's why I'm glad, Wallah, you brought that up, that I do feel like maybe you do deserve some more credit. It's fair. And the bag should follow the credit for sure.
Yes, the bag should follow the credit, but these are just things you just do coming up in Harlem. If I wasn't even a rapper, if I had a chance to do some of these things, I would still would have put on the True Religions. I still would have. That's just who I am. That's just the style in me and things like that. But
do you have a stylist? Does somebody bring you stuff, or does anybody call you like, this came in, this shipment came in? Like how does this happen in your world?
I just like getting fresh. I don't per se have a stylist. I have people. I do know a couple stylists that I might call. Like, I need some help getting fresh. You got some things to pull for me. Let's work it out. But for the most part, I've helped more stylists that got to work with me than they've helped me. If you understand, like,
yes.
You know what I mean. And that's because I showed them a different side of how to get jiggy with it. You know what I mean? That's like when we first started. Okay, there's a lady by the name of Monica Monroe. She's one of the greatest rap stylists in history since 1997. She's still clicking to this day. When she had to take on the job of styling Cam and the Diplomats, we changed her perception of what style was because we put the Harlem Rolodex in her stylist phone book. You dig? Now she had a Harlem, now she knew how to dress people from different, but this was different, you know what I mean? And I've seen it reflect in many of her videos from the LL to everybody. When everybody started wearing Jeff Hamiltons and everybody started wearing all these rappers is because there was stylists that was like, these niggas know how to dress and you niggas need to be dressing like that. You heard? And if you, and then the kids start to see it and they like, oh, this is what's going on even now. Roddy Ricch got on some Dior and that stylist gonna go get the same that Roddy Ricch had on to put it on Meek Mill. If Meek Mill had that on, the stylist gonna go get the same see Meek Mill on to go get a 21 Savage. If Dior call him and say we got some new, everybody's gonna go get that whole new. You dig? And then everybody looks the same. We never looked the same. We always stood out.
Yeah.
You heard? We always separated ourselves from everybody else when it came to getting fresh. You could see that. You step in the room and you know we was there. Because we never looked like y'all.
See, he's not humble. He got out of it.
Yeah, finally.
All right.
We were waiting for me. Finally.
He caught. He said, "Damn, he got me."
Yeah. They got me.
Yeah. Got me. But yeah, that's a Harlem thing. Harlem always want to stand out. We never want to stand in. We got to be noticed, baby. You heard? You gonna notice me when I step in the party.
Before we wrap up, we have a little fun segment we do on the show with DJ Wallah because Wallah is probably the most toxic human being I know.
Toxic?
Absolutely.
I don't know Wallah to be toxic.
Jim,
he seems to be like a law-abiding citizen, good person,
don't break the law.
Morally sound.
He does not break the law, but he's toxic when it comes to love, okay?
Yo.
So we like to give him some love advice on the show. We have this debate all the time, and Jim, we need you to chime in and tell us the proper answer.
Okay.
If someone asks somebody out on a date, shouldn't they be responsible to pay for the entire date?
Depends.
I like that answer.
Depends.
Oh, you just
Depends.
come on.
I like that answer.
You're helping this energy of toxicity.
I mean, it depends. It depends what attitude we have, and if you dig it, it depends. I mean,
Wallah asked somebody out, he does not want to pay for the date.
No, that's
I wasn't
wrong.
feeling the energy.
But that's wrong.
I wasn't feeling the energy.
That's wrong. Now you way toxic if you doing that. Like if you ask somebody out and then be like, nah, you kind of gotta fit the bill. If you ask a female out, you gotta fit the bill. Even if you're not feeling the energy, you gotta just kind of
Take the L for the night.
Yeah, but you can't take it as an L. You gotta take it like it's more smooth, like it wasn't nothing. Because you start showing her that you dig?
Is it okay to use a gift card at a restaurant on a date?
On the low though, you gotta kind of like get up and go holler at the waiter like, yo, when the bill come, right, just tell me I'm gonna come slide to the bar and pay it. You heard? And then you slide back like, nah, you dig? You can't let her see the gift card. You can't let her see the gift card. The Giphy is iffy. You can't let her see the Giphy.
The Giphy
is iffy. Wait a minute now.
What if the gift card looks like a black card? So I almost look like I'm doing something.
Maybe if you finesse it right. But the Giphy is iffy.
Because you can slip the card inside
she could be a scammer that you don't know about.
And she already know what that is.
There it is. Boy pulled out a Giphy to pay for the food. Not good.
Not good. It's not good. Okay, do you think in a relationship, let's say you are in this relationship, you should share your phone passcodes?
No.
Well, Wallah, you have a lot to hide.
Listen,
that's
listen. Listen, so if you're in a relationship, sharing the passcode, I don't think is necessary. You heard?
Right.
Now, letting a person, I need to use your phone, like that, cool.
Sure.
You dig? But sharing your password and all that, it's not necessary. If I need to, I got no problem with giving you the password to go on my phone if we in that situation. But sharing your password, I don't think it's necessary. Everybody should have their own bit of privacy. You heard? Everybody should have their own bit of sense of who they are. And not to say that you're doing something wrong, but just it feels good to know that, this bit of me is just me. Everybody got to have something that they keep for themselves. Like that.
Well, I'll be honest. When I asked you if your lady's phone was right in front of you, would you go through it? And it was staring at you. You said you'd go through it.
Now, go through it. I don't want to go through the phone, but I answer the phone. When the phone rings, I look at the motherfucker. Every now and then, you got to do a phone check.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, all right.
Okay, how about this? Is a cheater always a cheater?
Nah, everybody can change.
Okay. Someone's on your side, Wallah.
Thank you.
Everybody can change. That's just life.
If someone's cheated in a relationship, can you stop cheating in that same relationship?
I don't know. I've never been in that situation. You getting a little bit too crazy.
Well,
there.
Wallah,
Too
I
technical.
asked Wallah that. I said, Wallah, can you be, in a monogamous
you can
relationship after
change.
cheating in that
No
relationship?
matter what in life, you can change who you are. I don't care what situation you're in. You heard? Mm-hmm. You can go to jail for something and you can come out and be a totally different person. You go to jail for murder and come out and nobody even know you went to jail for anything. You understand what I'm saying? So anybody can change for the better or for the worse.
For the better. Try it, Wallah.
I'm gonna try next year. New Year's resolution. I'm gonna try to be better.
Try to pay for the date. Try to pay for the date.
Right now, we acting bad.
For the next 3 weeks.
Do you think it's bad that Wallah will break up with whoever he's dating before the holidays because he doesn't want to buy?
Pre-holidays?
Because
yeah,
he
you
doesn't.
toxic. You terrible.
He doesn't want to buy
Terrible
gifts.
jersey.
The
That
generation
jersey,
before me taught me this. Jim and all them taught me this. I didn't just pick this up.
This is crazy.
This is hand me down.
Are you proud of this now?
I'm kind of proud of his actions deep down inside. Deep down inside.
So toxic. Well, listen, Jim, we could talk to you all day and night. We're so happy to have seen you. Oh, really quick, I love that you were a guest speaker and you were talking about Capo Coin and you're talking about NFTs and really always being on the forefront of what is happening out here. I love that. I think that's so important. Why do you think it's important for people to learn about this and understand why technology is important? And we really got to be a part of it.
No, we need to be a part of it. There's a lot. It's a bunch of different reasons. You always want to keep up with the times. Mm-hmm. And for us as a culture, we never get that one up. We always seem to gain information after it's already there, and we're in a place where we can actually take a step forward just as fast as anybody else.
That's right.
But it takes knowledge, it takes understanding, it takes putting the right people in place to teach people. I know when people hear crypto, it's kind of like a whole nother language, but I urge everybody to learn about crypto. And I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you this. If you do your own due diligence, you're going to figure out how to make you some money within that space. NFTs is the same thing. It's a hell of a platform. It's like the Wild Wild West, but I've seen people change their situation from damn near having nothing to being very wealthy right now. It's one of the spaces you could do it at a fast pace. If you don't know anything about it, get you a crypto wallet. MetaMask, Nexo, Coinbase, Nas. Start like that. Get that. Once you got that, then you got a couple dollars that won't put you in the red, $100. Mm-hmm. Start using that $100 to invest in yourself. And what I mean by that, by investing into crypto and find out more about crypto and how it works. Just with $100. If you had that same $100 in 2010 and you put it in Bitcoin, you'll be up like $78 million right now. So this is what we're talking about.
Well, we need to go do more research on this right now, right? Wallah, it's important though. And I'm so glad that when I saw you being a guest speaker, and really getting into it, I thought that was great.
Thank you. Go get Capo Coin too. It's on the market. It's on Uniswap. It's a community coin. I know most people trying to cash out, which that's life. We all want to get rich, but I'm trying to show people how to cash in by using this coin to be able to buy products inside our inner city communities at a discounted price if they happen to use Capital Coin. And what that does is it recycles the money. Anytime we recycle the money, it puts a bigger bag for us to collect afterwards. So we all could get rich by using our own money. It's no different than the dollar from Jamaica to the dollar to U.S., and that's what crypto is. So I've did it, then you want to see people like Meek be able to do it. I want to see people like Young Thug be able to do it because we are people of influence and we have the responsibility of the fans, and we can start to create our own currency, especially within this culture, with ease because it's real money. It's crypto.
Well, Jim, I'm so glad that you stopped by today. I'm so excited for all the projects you got going on. But more importantly, I love seeing you on this journey and allowing yourself to go wherever you're being called.
Yes.
You know, and just going with it. I think that's
important. I like how you put that. And that's exactly what I've been doing.
And I see it. And I know I'm not the only one who sees it. And I'm just, you know, when you see somebody who's put in work for years and has done so much, and to see them in a good space and to see them still growing, I mean, that's all we can ask for in life. You know what I mean? And your health is good, your family's good, your son is going off to college. I mean, it's beautiful. And I hope you're taking this time to enjoy all of this success because you absolutely deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's what I am going to do. I got to start to take more time out to kind of enjoy the things that I got going on. But until then, I'm going to work for it. But I thank you. It's always good to be up here. You know, I'm a Hot 97 baby.
Yes.
You know
and we
I mean?
love you. Anytime you got anything going on, I mean, it's nothing. Just anytime, this is home.
Thank you. But we set the trends, y'all. Go get that. It's out right now, video and single. Wallah, I need you to burn that.
I got the dope plate. I'm ready.
Let's go. Shouts to Drama. The Gangsta Grill is in stores pretty soon. It's also the name of the whole Gangsta Grill is called We Set the Trends. Thank you, Nessa, for always having me as a guest up here. Likewise, whatever you'll need me for, just hit me up.
And any clothes that you don't wear anymore, you can always give it to us, like that jacket, just
ring, that chain, whatever.
I mean, you know, the beanie, the nice bag that's on the floor casually. You know, if you want to leave anything behind, we're always here for you.
Oh, my pocketbook?
Yeah, I mean,
it's not a pocketbook.
It's not a pocketbook. Really? Yeah, it looks very expensive.
This is a rapper's pocketbook. This is the new rap pocketbook. This is what they turned it into. I was so anti pocketbooks and fanny packs,
and this came along and it's gorgeous.
It's a tool. You heard?
Yeah.
The ladies been getting away with it for so long.
You don't lose anything, right? You keep
at all. You lit.
You keep your phone. Everything's good.
Everything.
But leave it behind if anything.
If anything, I got you.
We love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.